Assalamu alaikum. My name is Miss Maha EducationWali. I am the student of Rehan AI Teacher Training Institute. My Today I am going to talk with ChatGPT and ask some questions about how to build a strong personal brand online. Hello ChatGPT, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing really well, thank you. How about you? How's everything going on your end?
I am also fine. I want to ask some such question. Can you answer me, please?
Of course, I'm ready. Just let me know what questions you have, and I'll do my best to help you out.
Okay. What are my core values?
That's a great question. Core values are those guiding principles that really define what's most important to you. So, to figure them out, you can ask yourself, what do I never compromise on? What kinds of behaviors or traits do I admire most in others? Once you reflect on those, you can narrow down your top few. If you'd like, I can help guide you through that process.
Okay. What makes me unique compared to others?
That's a really introspective one. Think about the combination of experiences, skills, and perspectives you have that others might not. What comes naturally to you? Is it a certain way of communicating, a niche interest, or a particular background? Once you name those things, it really sets you apart.
Great. What skills or expertise do I have?
That's a great follow up. Think about what people often ask for your help with or what tasks come easily to you. Things like writing, tech skills, leadership, or maybe a specialized knowledge area. Once you list them, you'll see patterns that stand out. If you want, I can help you reflect on that.
Okay. What topics am I most passionate about?
That's a big one. Think about the subjects that get you excited, the ones you can talk about for hours or that you love learning more about. Is it something like personal development, technology, creativity, or maybe a particular industry? Once you identify them, we can shape your brand around that passion.
Great. What problems can I solve for others?
Yeah, exactly. Think about the pain points or challenges that people often come to you for. Maybe you help simplify complex topics, give career advice, or offer creative solutions. Once you pinpoint those problems, you can tailor your content or services to meet those problems.
Okay. Who is my ideal audience?
Good question. To figure that out, think about who really benefits from what you offer. Are they young professionals, creatives, entrepreneurs, or maybe people looking to grow in a certain field? Once you have a clear picture of who they are, you can tailor your message directly to them.
What are their biggest challenges?
That's really key to understand. Ask yourself what frustrations or obstacles your ideal audience faces regularly. Is it career stagnation, lack of confidence, or maybe navigating a new industry? Once you identify those challenges, you can offer solutions that really resonate.
What kind of content do they consume?
Yeah, exactly. Think about the formats and platforms they gravitate toward. Do they prefer short videos on Instagram, long form articles on LinkedIn, podcasts, or maybe infographics on Pinterest? Once you know, you can align your content style to fit their habits.
Okay. Where do they spend most of their time online?
Exactly. Think about the digital spaces they frequent, like is it Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, or niche forums? You can even ask yourself where they engage most in comments, DMs, or just by lurking. Once you know their go to spots, you can meet them right there.
Okay. How can I add value to their lives?
That's the heart of a strong brand. Think about how you can solve their problems, inspire them, or make their day easier, whether that's by sharing tips, providing insights, or offering actionable steps. When you keep them at the center, every piece of content becomes a real value add.
Okay. What message do I want to communicate?
Yeah, exactly. Think about the one core idea you want to stick with, whether it's empowerment, innovation, or trust. How do you want people to feel after interacting with you? Once you define that, every piece of content can reinforce that message.
Okay. How do I want people to describe me?
That's a really powerful thing to pin down. Think about the adjectives you'd love people to associate with you, like authentic, innovative, reliable, or inspiring. Once you know how you want to be described, you can shape your content and behavior around that image.
Okay.
Awesome. If you ever want to dig deeper into any of these steps or need more clarity, I'm here to help. Just let me know.
Who is my ideal audience?
So to really pinpoint your ideal audience, let's reflect on who you feel most energized serving. Are they early career professionals, aspiring entrepreneurs, or maybe a specific demographic like students or creatives? The more you clarify their traits, like age, goals, or interests, the more tailored your brand can be.
What are their biggest challenges?
Right. So once you have that audience in mind, think about what they struggle with most. Are they trying to break into a new industry? Are they balancing a side hustle with a full-time job? Once you identify those challenges, you can create content or solutions that directly help them overcome them.
Okay. What kind of content do they consume?
Exactly. So once you know their challenges, look at the formats they prefer. Do they like quick tips and reels, in-depth blog posts, podcasts, or maybe live Q&As? When you match their preferred content style, it's easier to keep them engaged and coming back for more.
Where do they spend most of their time online?
Yeah, that's really important. Consider if they're mostly on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, or maybe a niche community like Reddit or Discord. Once you know where they hang out, you can focus your efforts on those platforms to meet them right where they are.
Okay. How can I add value to their lives?
Exactly. Think about what specific knowledge, tools, or inspiration you can give them. Maybe it's actionable advice, exclusive insights, or even just a supportive community. When you focus on their growth or success, that's when your brand really makes an impact.
Okay. How can I add value to their lives?
Yeah, so really think about their daily struggles or goals. You can add value by offering practical advice, tools they can use, or even just a fresh perspective. When you solve a problem or spark a new idea, that's where the real impact happens.
Okay. What message do I want to communicate?
Think about the central theme that drives you, like empowerment, creativity, or authenticity. What's that one idea you want people to take away after they interact with you? Once you know that, every post, video, or interaction can reflect that core message.
Okay. What tone should my content have? Professional, friendly, motivational?
Exactly. Think about how you naturally connect with your audience. Do you want to come across as approachable and warm, or maybe more polished and expert level? You can even blend them, friendly but still confident and professional, so it depends on the vibe you want to create.
What is my personal brand story?
Your personal brand story is really about your journey. What sparked your passion, the challenges you overcame, and how you got to where you are today. Think about pivotal moments or decisions that shaped your path, and then tie that to how you help others now. Once you've got that narrative, it gives your brand real depth.
Okay. What type of content will I create? Videos, blogs, posts?
Yeah, exactly. Think about what you enjoy creating most and what your audience will engage with. Do you love being on camera so video makes sense, or are you an natural writer to blogs feel right? You can even mix it up, maybe short videos plus in-depth blog posts to give your audience variety.
What feedback am I receiving from my audience?
Good point. Take a look at their comments, messages, and engagement metrics. What do they say they love, or where do they ask for more? If there's recurring praise or some constructive criticism, that's gold. It helps you fine-tune.
Okay. How can I make my content engaging and valuable?
Yeah, great question. Focus on making it relatable. Tell stories, ask questions, and give practical takeaways. Keep a balance of inspiration and real-world advice. And don't forget to invite interaction, polls, questions, or calls to action so they feel part of the journey.
What can I improve in my content?
Yeah, think about both the big picture and the details. Is your pacing engaging? Are your visuals strong enough? And is the value crystal clear? Once you notice patterns like where engagement drops or where people ask more questions, you can tweak those parts to keep improving.
What is my long-term vision for my personal brand?
Yeah, that's really important. Think about where you want to be in, say, 5 or 10 years. Do you want to be a go-to thought leader in your niche, maybe launch a business or even inspire a community? Once you have that big picture vision, you can make small, purposeful steps toward it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, ChatGPT.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad I could help. If you ever want to dive deeper or just bounce around more ideas, I'm here for it.
Of course. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Take care.